Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Austin 101 Light Whiskey, coming in at a 50.5% ABV. Now, for full disclosure, I did reach out to Austin 101 for a review sample. They were kind enough to send over this bottle for us to review today, so just keeping that transparency open. Now, depending on where you're at in your whiskey journey, you may or may not know a lot about light whiskey. When it boils down to it, honestly, there's not too many differences, but the biggest point is the distillation proof entry point into the barrel. Light whiskey goes at a much higher value than standard whiskey and bourbon, and that was a differentiating point when light whiskey was created. It's not that it's lesser calories or blended with a vodka or a neutral grain spirit. This is something completely different in a whiskey category. Now, our bottle of Austin 101 here is doing some great things locally in their state. The big thing here is their grains. So everything here is grown in Texas, starting off with their non-GMO white corn, their Texas red winter wheat, and then malted barley from Fort Worth, Texas. On top of that, they are sourcing barrels from local distilleries, being able to reuse bourbon casks that no longer do them any good, so they're able to reuse those. And as the name implies, the 101 not only refers to the proof point of being 50.5, but on the back of the bottle it tells us it's aged at least 101 days. And that just depends on the climate and changing of the seasons as well. But kind of a cool way to play on not only your proof point, but your name as well. On top of all that, they're actually using steam distillation, which is in a custom-made 3-story tall column still. This lets them kind of dial in temperatures a little bit more precise and keep an eye on their spirit going from start to finish for distillation. So with all that great information in the bag, let's go ahead and hop into the spirit itself. As always, we're going to be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see what changes up. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit. If you're interested in what Austin 101 is doing, they also have an 85 proof point, and there's some other things in the works as well. If I ever get an opportunity to review any of their other spirits, links to those videos will be up above and down below, so you can check those out. And I'm also going to be putting a website link down below too, so you can check them out, go research them, learn about their amazing products here, because again, I'm a big fan of things that come from Texas. So far, I've not had a bad spirit come from that state. I'm jealous, especially coming from Indiana. So, beautiful color. And to imagine that they get that color in 101 days. Texas is crazy with their temperatures. If you were to do 101 days in most states, you wouldn't get much of anything, I don't feel like. But the heat and the temperature variations they get, it's gorgeous. Very light golden, almost straw colored. All right, let's go for notes. Very light, fresh, butterscotch, creaminess going on as well. So the one thing I always love about wheat is the almost subtle spice it can bring across. A little waxiness sometimes in some areas depending on where it comes. Here, it's a very subtle spice note, but very creamy, vanilla forward, light oak notes in there as well. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. You do get a little bit of the corn sweetness in there as well, and it plays really well with all the other notes going on. And if you keep going back to it, you're getting a little bit more barley each time, and it's just beautifully done. Everything is subtle. It doesn't smell youthful, and being that it's only 101 days old, give or take, it's beautiful, because I've had young whiskey before. And it's nothing like this. I feel like if I was blindfolded, I would have been able to, I would say it's at least 2-3 years old. It's just got that beautiful light nose on there. And as you keep going back, yeah, the butterscotch keeps showing up a little bit more, a little vanilla creamy going on. All right, let's go for a taste. Right from the get-go, beautiful oak layers going on here. The barley definitely is present. That corn sweetness is showing up, and that little bit of that wheat. I don't know how much wheat we have in here, but there is a subtle wheat spice in there. I'm assuming that the wheat is probably on the lower scale. Most distilleries don't do a high wheated mash bill because it can be kind of off for some people. So I'm assuming there's a lower mash bill of that in there. But the creaminess, it is very vanilla creamy and light. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes on the palate either. It's just a good solid sip. It coats the palate really well with that proof point, leaving behind a little subtle charriness in there, the oak layers, the caramel, the vanilla, the butterscotches, everything like that. Just subtly soft and sweet. If you're a person that's not into the big oaky flavors that some bourbons can have, light whiskey is a great example of still being able to enjoy a spirit without all the big tannins and big, bold, heavy flavors. This is just subtly soft, sweet. Grain notes are beautifully done. It still doesn't taste youthful. And that's the biggest part about this bottle for me, is that age on there. That's nothing to most areas. And how they're able to get across that profile that doesn't taste youthful or off is just really surprising to me. And if I had to guess, it probably has several different things all weighing together to make this nice, subtly soft, sweet mix. From their mash bill, to the type of barrel you're using, to the higher distillation point as well for barrel entry. Everything on this glass is beautifully done. I mean, that's an easy sipper. For 50.5%, you're going up there with the big boys on proofs. Like, I mean, if you look at 101 proofs on things, everybody thinks Wild Turkey 101, which is a great whiskey, don't get me wrong. I love Wild Turkey. This is softer and more just inviting than what even that is. And that's a pretty easy drinker too, in my opinion. But what Austin 101 is doing here is beautiful. It's soft, sweet. I love those grains. That's another thing. I love when places do unique grains, because that tells me that somebody is playing mad scientist a little bit. When you're finding those unique grains and using them locally, I'm just a big fan of when a distillery can use what's around them to really hone in flavors that only their state can offer. All right. Add a little drop of water here. See how it changes up. If I had to guess, it's probably going to go very soft, sweet, right from the get-go. Find out here. Let's go for notes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that just went more butterscotch. Yeah, beautiful light butterscotch in there. Sweet, sugary. You still get a bit of the corn grain going on as well. Oh, man. Almost cream soda. Almost like a craft cream soda. Actually, they're very similar besides that sweeter note in there. Still getting a bit of oak, getting that butterscotchy and the caramels and the vanillas. Everything like that. The grains are still there as well. But I'm getting almost a craft cream soda note now. I love that. Let's go for a taste. It's really good too. Actually, it brings out more of the grain sweetness. I'm getting more of the corn, getting more of the barley in there too. I don't really want to say herbal or floral, but it's really reminiscent of something that has those kind of paths to it. They're soft, sweet, the grains are there, but the big player, that wheat for me, is really popping in this very beautifully. Still nothing off, no harshness, no ABV burns. Just subtly sweet. The oak layers are there. The grains are what is showcased so beautifully in that little drop of water. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. This is beautiful, but I'll be honest, that's really good too. I could see this doing very well in a cocktail mixer, just giving you that subtly sweet oakiness in there. I think it would do really good. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. Now, doing some search around online, it looks like most places are pricing this between $45 and $50. And to be honest, for a light whiskey that's beautifully done, right from Texas, using local grains, I can't argue with that. It's craft through and through. This bleeds what a craft distillery wants to do. Reusing barrels that somebody else isn't going to be reusing and being able to source those locally. On top of using grains from your state the steam distillation process. All those kind of things coming from a craft distillery is beautiful to see. Honestly, it's worth that price any day of the week. I think that this is a gorgeous sip. I cannot praise this enough, especially being something unique in today's spirit industry. We don't see a lot of light whiskey, period. So for somebody to step out of that realm, do something different, do it locally, and do it right is a beautiful thing to see. 100% would recommend. Big thumbs up to this bottle. And again, I want to say a big thank you for sending over this bottle for us to take a look at today. If you're interested in what Austin 101 is doing, along with some of their other releases, again, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Austin 101 Light Whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might not.